Chapter 2. Knowledge of your real identity.
When the I-amness appears spontaneously like a bolt of lightning, the illusion of self-love is broken into 5 basic elements: space, air, earth, fire, and water. But this self-love, the I am, manifests as Satva guna to the one who accepts this as a natural process. When it is used for achieving something in the world, it is referred to as Rajas guna. When it is used to take credit for achievements, it is referred to as Tamas guna. All the elements merge into one, and through the earth they create the grass and the grain. Grass is the fodder for the animals that give us milk. Grain is the food of human beings, in which the subtlest principle is already embedded. When it is assimilated in the body, it becomes the food body. This food body is formed out of the milk and the grains that we eat. When the vital force is there, the I-amness appears. I-amness is the Satva quality, which is from the word sat, to be. The I-amness, which appears in a fraction of a second, is due to the food body. When an individual soul, jiva, is born, it becomes aware of its parents and then becomes aware of its pasture, grazing ground, and food. Shapes are formed according to their parent forms. A human being gives birth to a human being, animals give birth to animals, and snakes and worms are created from the lowest forms of life. 4-legged creatures and human beings are created from a higher life force. Self-love is unique to human beings. Everything is created from the seed. When the parent form is mature, the seed is formed, and the photo or form of the parent is stamped in the seed. Each seed creates an individual that is different from the others. The seed of one member of a family is quite different from that of his brother. The photograph in the seed is taken in a fraction of a second, and the new creation is born according to the traditional form. Some species, like goats, are born after 3 months. Human beings are born after 9 months. All living beings, as well as every shape and form, are created from the merging of the 5 elements with the essence of the earth. There are 4 ways in which creation takes place. That which is created from the air, like bacteria and various insects, is referred to as Udvaja. That which is born from water and the sweat of the body, like worms, etc., is referred to as Svaja. That which is born from eggs, like snakes, fish, and birds, is referred to as Undea. Animals and human beings, which have their own ways of procreating, are born from the earth element. This is referred to as Jaraja. Along with the 5 elements, a quality of the universe that is called destiny or Parabdha also comes into the formation. The process of birth does not arise through any deliberate action. It happens spontaneously. All actions are predetermined. With so much mixing going on now, I predict that all races will eventually blend together. Caste and creed will become meaningless, and it will be impossible to identify a pure Indian or a pure European. The entire pattern of the human race will change. The divisions into Hindu, Muslim, or Christian will cease to exist. Male and female will be the only remaining categories. As long as the identification with the body and the ego remains, you cannot be free. You will still just be following the same conventional pattern of behavior as the rest of the world. But what is the genuine behavior of your true Dharma? With what identity are you asking me these questions? Your knowledge is the product of your perceived identity. But what knowledge do you have of your real identity? First, understand that before asking further questions. What is it that you want most? What is it that you are running after? You love your body and crave the things that give it pleasure. You feel egotistical pride for your achievements. But once you have found your real identity, that which you are, you will be stabilized in that awareness. You will be free of greed, attachment, and pride. The thing which attracts you most of all is your I-amness. You want to retain that I-amness. You want to be. This I am is what you truly love the most. You want to be alive.
So does the real freedom lie in being able to find out who you are?
When you discover that self, which has no color, image, or design, you will no longer require freedom or be conditioned by freedom. You will be beyond freedom. What is yoga? Yoga is uniting two things joining together. That is yoga. The whole population is a result of yoga. One party mixing or joining together with the other produces offspring with the identity of both. Why do you seek yoga? Yoga means the bridge, the link, or the connection. Why are you seeking this connection? You have to find out why it has occurred. Yoga was not required prior to the appearance of the bridge. You must find out what your state was prior to the bridge, whatever the principle or the state was before this linking, before the existence of the bridge, was the perfect state. Because the bridge has appeared, you feel separated from your true self, and you are trying to become reunited. That is yoga. Because of this, you have become the servant of your desires. The method that the yogis practice is breath control. By controlling their breath, they are able to enter a state of samadhi. Because their desires have been suppressed for a time, they presume that they have attained self-realization. Before meeting my guru, I had a liking for these things. Once, a great yogi came to visit. After controlling his breath, he'd allow a car or even a truck to run over him. This was the miraculous power that he could exhibit. But that was the scope of his yogic studies. Control the breath, perform miracles, and exhibit them. Those people who go into samadhi by holding their breath have only learned a skill. They do not have the knowledge, and they have not transcended the knowledge. With acrobatics of breath, they may temporarily achieve certain powers, but that is not real union with the source. Knowledge of the self, jnana, is required. They have not achieved ultimate unity with the Absolute.